Welcome to another edition of the Rescue Rundown here at the Oklahoman's Video Studios. Our friend Melinda Pribble from the Central Oklahoma Humane Society joins us. Great to see you.
You too, thank you.
It is smoking hot outside, is it not?
It is.
Oh, it's crazy
it
hot.
Is.
Here as we get towards the end of July, we're going to talk about what to do, how to treat an overheated dog. And speaking of dogs, we have a friend on set. Who do we have?
This sweet girl is Faith. She's a 4-month-old pit lab mix, and she is adorable, and she knows it, I think. Look at this.
You mentioned that this might be your most favorite animal that you have brought
yes.
here. Why is that? What have you picked up on Faith so far?
Well, I would say even though she's super playful, I wouldn't say she is calm. She's playful, but she has a calming effect. She's really good snuggler. She just has a really good energy about her, and I think she knows when to play, and she also can I think that she'll be like a great snuggle dog, you know, somebody that will just kind of be by your side when you want them to be, but then be active whenever you want to go out and play. So
gotcha. That's
always what I look, a very versatile dog that will fit in well with any family. So.
And how big might Faith get?
She'll probably be about 40 to 50 pounds.
And right now she's 20, 30?
Yeah, she's probably about 20 right now. So she's almost halfway there at 4 months old. So she'll grow into those paws a little bit.
She was turning heads when you guys came in, though.
Yes. Yeah, she has such beautiful markings on her face, and this kind of unique spots over her eye that she's just gorgeous. She has those really expressive eyes too. That's another one of my weaknesses. You know, whenever they can say a lot without saying anything.
That's right. Yeah, she's beautiful, and she loves to gnaw on a finger.
Oh, yeah, that puppy playfulness.
Right?
That's.
What do we know about her background-wise?
We just know that she came to us as a single puppy from the Oklahoma City Animal Shelter, and so far we know that she is great with other dogs, people, and very social, as you can see. So kind of a, not the shoe.
She's like, there's a shoe right here, I will chew on this.
But yeah, so you can see how she just loves to kind of lay around and be with people. So any family that would give her the attention that she needs, she would love to have a yard, but even without a yard, just walks every day. You know, she'd be great to keep somebody active as well. So she would be a great addition to any family.
Is Faith available for adoption?
Yes, today at our adoption center at 7500 Northwestern. She'll be, and take her right back, and she'll be available.
See? She's looking for new friends, looking for a home. She's like, please, come, you know, make friends. All right, so that's Faith. Again, more cats and dogs can be found on their website at okhumane.org, available for adoption, as well as some other information, including they have a blog with lots of information, tips, and one of the things we're going to talk about today on the Rescue Rundown is what to do if your dog has become overheated. Now, granted, you don't want to let your animal get into that condition to where they are overheated. However, sometimes
this time of year, that's right. You know, even whenever we do our best to make sure that we are walking our dogs at the coolest time of day, that you know, their feet aren't hot on the pavement, that we don't leave them in cars, all those things that we do to make sure to avoid it. And sometimes just the sheer temperature, no matter depending on how much they're exercising outside, whether you know they're cooling off in a pool or not, or whatever. There are just a lot of variables that can go into a dog, even under the best care that could happen.
So what are some signs that we should look for? Some symptoms that, hey, my friend Faith here is overheated.
So great question. So a lot of the like nausea and vomiting actually can be a sign of heat exhaustion. There can be some visible signs like a lighter gum. They should have those bright pink, beautiful gums, and if those get lighter, then that could also be a sign of heat exhaustion. So a lot of panting and even some drooling might indicate that's what's going on with them.
You noted here that dogs with the heavier fur coats and the short muzzles tend to show their signs a little bit sooner than the others. I guess that would make sense because they have a bigger coat on.
That's right.
More clothes.
Yeah, the fur coat in the winter or in the summertime can, a lot of times it acts as insulation, so it can help. But of course, too much of a good thing is.
Typical dog temperature is what, about 101?
Yes, so yeah, it's a little bit higher than human. So, 101, 102, you start to get into where they're running a fever, and by 105, 106, you're kind of going to the emergency room.
All right, so let's say we've established, I see symptoms in my friend Faith here, taking the temperature. What can we do in the meantime to perhaps take some steps to lower?
Well, first thing you're going to want to do is grab some cool wet towels and put them kind of under their armpits, around their neck, those areas that will help them to cool off a little bit, and obviously get them water, fresh water to drink, and don't try cool water or ice because that can be a shock to their system. So just kind of a regular room temperature, and also don't force the water if they aren't interested in drinking, because sometimes if they're not ready for it, that could lead to some choking and things like that.
Gotcha. I thought that was interesting you put on there with the ice, which makes sense. If they're overheated and super hot, you suddenly have an ice cube on the inside. That's, a little drastic.
Right, yeah. You want to kind of ease back in, just draw the temperature down slowly and make sure that that they're stable and improving. And just as long as they're cooling down, that's always a good sign.
Well, and if they're drinking water, that's probably a good sign as well. And but the ultimate step would be, don't wait around too much, take them to a vet.
Yeah, absolutely. So they're in extreme cases, they may need to be hooked up to an IV, or your vet can always help to cool them down. But heat exhaustion or heat strokes, that's really serious, and you want to have medical attention for that.
Well, it's certainly warm out there, and summer continues in Oklahoma City probably for another 6-8 weeks. So good things to know, and again, more information, tips and information can be found on their website at okhumane.org. Noticed in the Oklahoma Gazette, you guys are among those that people can vote for Best Charity.
Yes, for Best Place to Volunteer this year, and we're really excited about that because our volunteers are really the heartbeat of our organization. So it means a lot to us that we were nominated for that. So hopefully that's something that will allow us to let more people know what we do and what the opportunities are for them to get involved in to help animals.
Let's chat about that for a second. What are some of the various opportunities, just quick ballpark, people may not be aware?
Well, one of the new things that we just opened up is our neonate nursery. So we're doing training for the baby infants and puppies. And then, really something for everybody. So everybody kind of, oh, Faith, honey.
Faith's like, would you guys wrap up this conversation?
There's something for everybody. So they're the things that are dogs, but we actually have somebody. She's ready to play.
She is ready to play.
Oh my goodness. So dog walking is something that you can volunteer for us for. And I might take her outside before we go walk around because she looks like she needs to have some fun. But
she has
really, everything from answering phones, doing laundry. So there are a lot of things that we need help with that maybe aren't the obvious things that people think of whenever they think of dogs. Some people may not have the energy level for cleaning or playing. Honey.
But they should.
So there's something for everybody. So we're really proud about that. So
one other thing to tell you about for the cat lovers out there, or perhaps just people who love cat videos, the Cat Video Festival is across the street at the Myriad Gardens in a couple weeks.
Yes, so that's something that brings out a good crowd every year. We'll be out there talking about our opportunities to foster cats, because that's something that we do as well. So we're looking forward to being out there, meeting all the cat people and getting them involved with our organization.
I believe it's the Internet Cat Video Festival, Myriad Gardens, August 12th.
Yes.
And you can come see our friends at the Central Oklahoma Humane Society. You guys still have a ton of cats though, right?
We have probably about 50 cats in our adoption center right now. And this is where, as a result of, in the springtime and summer, all the kittens that are born that are now available, also adult cats as well. So we are really kind of busting at the seams. And so if you ever considered adding another cat to your family, now is a great time to do that.
Well, very good. Faith, available for adoption, also can be seen at 7500 Northwestern. More information at okhumane.org. Melinda, great job as always.
Thanks
Thanks for coming in. Faith, you've been the most talkative guest that we've ever had on the Rescue Rundown. We will let you go so you can go make some friends in the Oklahoman's newsroom and with our colleagues at Big Wig. Melinda, thanks a lot.
Thank you.